Hi guys, this is MP and I bring you a guide for Cologne in 1.34 Lions of the North. Cologne, guys, one of the underdogs in the Holy Roman Empire, but we are an elector and we can elect the emperor. So let's start. First of all, Cologne has only a small mission tree, but a very important one. Later, we even can become Westphalia with a bigger mission tree, or we can move and become Hannover with one of the best mission trees if you want to PU Great Britain. First mission we have to do is consolidate our holdings, so we need to conquer our way through the Cologne Westphalian lands and defeat Berg. Additionally, Cologne is in the middle of the HRE, right? So we have a lot of enemies around us. But we are strong and we will survive. I will show you how. First of all, we start with the estates. Let's summon the diet and let's select a mission. Oh, actually we have a good one. Pick whatever you like. Normally there's a clergy mission that you can basically get papal influence. I will pick the nobility ones, have at least 2 allies, and I get dip rep, because that will help us later to ally Austria. Afterwards, we are a religious state, we call for the clerical advisory board, and additionally, we call for the religious diplomats. Nobility, primacy of the nobility, aristocratic councillors, supremacy over the archbishopric. And bokers, we do the land of commerce, patronage of the arts, commercial advisory board, and indebted to the burghers. We need money, guys. First thing afterwards is we seize land. Yes, we have only 5% land, that's really bad, but it is like it is. Next thing is, we look for a military advisor. We will pick the discipline guy or moral guy, in my case it is a discipline guy. Next thing is, we hire a free company, because we need more troops on the ground. Afterwards, we wait until the 30th of November to see who rivals who and who can we ally. If you see this kind of event, I always pick the papal protege because I like to have influence with the courier. And we got 401. It's an even worse era than our current one, but it is what it is. We will additionally now focus on military because we will fall behind if we do not do that. So let's see. Now it's 30th of November. Let's see. We have Kleve, no rivals and allies. We have Nassau, they are allied to Hesse and Würzburg, so bad rival for us. We have Berg, who is rivaling us, but allied to Frankfurt. So what we will do is, we will rival Kleve. We wait one day, and afterwards we attack them for a humiliation casus belli. That's it. Now we have it, we attack them. On the 11th of December. Next thing what we do is, we build up a spy network in Berg, because we need to collect our lands. Afterwards, we improve relation with Saxony, because they could be a strong ally. Now it's the 12th of December. Oh, Kleve aligned on the last day of Bologna. It is what it is. We win anyway. We are attacking. We can't call our ruler to a general and our heir neither, so we pick up a general and hope it's a good one. Oh no, he's even as worked as our ruler. Now let's attack them and let's see how it ends. And our troops will be victorious, pretty sure. Yes. In the meantime, as long as the war goes, we additionally improve relations with Austria. And as you can see, Dortmund wants to be allied with us. Yes, we ally them. And now speed up. So that's our first war with Kleve. I would like to show off power, but I don't want to run down until Bologna. So we just humiliate and take war reps. No, we can't. So let's take all the money. Now we have humiliated Kleve. Let's see how far it goes with Berg. We still need more spy network. In the meantime, we can ally Saxony. And this will complete our mission. We have now +1 dip rep, and we can almost ally Austria. In the meantime, improve with the Pope, and let's wait for the next possibility to declare war against Berg. It's the 1st of September, guys. It's time to attack Berg. They are only allied to Frankfurt. We put a claim on them. And additionally, what we will do is, we will check in the meantime the Holy Roman Empire interface, where we basically support Austria for all the kind of incidents. It's the 1st of October now. We have a claim on Berg. Time to attack them. Sadly, Dortmund does not want to help us. I was hoping for it. So let's see. Maybe somebody else wants to help us if we ally him. Let's see if Nassau wants to help us. We will see what kind of areas he's interested in. He's interested in Berg too. So the chances that he is joining us if we promise land are pretty high. So let's ally up Nassau. We will anyhow backstep them later afterwards. 2nd of October now. And Nassau is helping us. Nice. So we call them in. We beat up the troops of Berg, and hopefully Nassau is taking care of Frankfurt. Yes. So that's about the Berg troops. What we will do now is we split our troops. One goes to Ravensberg, the other ones go to Jülich, just to make sure that Berg cannot build up new troops. 1st of February 1449, we have won the war. Let's see what we can do. Actually, Austria would ally us as soon as we have pieced them out. So what we will do is now, we take war reps and trade power from Frankfurt, because Frankfurt is in the same trade node as Cologne. So they will give us a lot of money because it's additionally a center of trade. And of course we need to end rivalries because they give us additionally prestige, very helpful for us. Next thing is what we do is we take Berg and Ravensberg. We have no claim on it, but this is fine, because afterwards Austria will ally us and they will not ask for the land. Now let's ally Austria. First mission done. We connected our lands. We backstepped Nassau. This is totally fine, because they will be our next clay. Now we have claims on all of northern Westphalia. Münster is actually our next goal. Very important, when you co-opt the land, always lower autonomy, because it will help us build up more troops. Right now, I can build more troops now because of lowered autonomy. It's now the 1st of October 1450, we have caught up the land, and now our next call of war is against Münster. And Münster is only allied to Dortmund, and Dortmund is a free city, so it's actually very, very good for us, because we can snap them both in one war. And we are now Miltech 4, and they are only at 3. So let's wait one more month and then attack. So 1st of December 1453, as you can see, we are done with the war. We've occupied Dortmund, we've occupied Münster, and I additionally called it Saxony, because without Saxony it was almost impossible to win the war. What we will do now, we will get Dortmund and Münster, and this will give us a lot of aggressive expansion. But this is fine. Afterwards, we just have to chill a little bit. As you can see, oh, they will all hate us. So let's wait a year. Co-op Dortmund, and let's see what happens. Well, this is a problem in the HRE, right? They still will all hate us. So what we do now is we wait one more year, and in the meantime we ask our diplomats to improve relations with the outraged countries. And there is a mission to Cologne gets imperial diplomacy for 20 years. We get one more diplomat, and our improved relations will be even better. So now let them just improve the relations, and afterwards let's see if we can get all this territory within 1 year. Additionally, we have the papacy now with 53. So we ask for sanction of the dynasty, even 10% more additional relations. So as you can see, almost 2 years have passed, and even with 40 aggressions, there are only 4 people now who want to join a coalition against me. Nevertheless, we take our land now. Oh, what happened with the war exhaustion? This is really bad. I think we have to lower it. With 1.34, additionally, new government reforms are in the game, and I would like to recommend to you commercial missions. It's actually one additional merchants and global trade power. With the global merchants, you can put them additionally inside of Cologne and collect trade here. And let's do establish communities, improve our relationships with the people that are around us. This is very important because a trade node already hates you for picking so much land. Additionally, don't forget always to summon the diet and seize land. You want to go back to 30 crown land to get rid of these kind of modifiers. So for now, let's just pick another mission. I will take Berg, building a church there, because it improved my base tax +1, and tax is actually pretty good now in 1.34. Let's seize land, and now we are stronger. Additionally, don't forget to always improve relations with your people around you. One thing you should always look out for are opportunistic possibilities. Right now we have here Hessen, who is our rival. Additionally, we have 2 more empty rival slots, and there's Trier. We can rival Trier. But what we will actually do is we declare a war of humiliation against Hesse and get the power points, and additionally we humiliate Trier to get even more power projection. Let's call in Saxony, that makes it easier. And let's go for it. This was finally over. It dragged around for 5 long years. But as promised, we will do as mentioned in the beginning. We will humiliate Trier. We get all the trade power, we try and get war reps and get all the money we can get. Next to it, we piece out Hesse for all the kind of mana points. We get now 300 mana points for showing strength. So with beating up our neighbors, earning power projection and getting the mana points, we are in a very strong position in the center of Germany in the HRE. So the next thing what we will do is, we are preparing for our first alliance group. We will actually take espionage, guys. Yes, you are right, espionage. With 1.34, espionage has been incredibly buffed. We get now 1 diplomat later and advisor cost reduction, and additionally we get vacillation acceptance plus 15 and monthly favor growth 33%. This is incredibly good. With that kind of modifier we can easily vassalize our small neighbors without worrying them. Continuing talking about ideas, a very good combination additionally for espionage is Divine. Divine can be only picked by theocracies, but Divine plus espionage gives us another 20% of siege ability. And Divinities has been changed and I think buffed too, right? We have development costs now, we have morale of armies, and as usual, manpower. But it has been changed with manpower and true faith provinces plus 20%. This is actually pretty good. If we combine Divine, espionage with an admin idea, I would strongly recommend going for religious. It's a little bit roleplay gaming, but it's fun, because it's religious, you get the Deus Vult Casus Belli, and you know, we are in the end Cologne. We will war against all our heathen neighbors with a flaming sword, because that is a policy you will get when you combine Divine plus religious. Isn't it awesome? After our ideas, it's of course time to talk about the government reforms. With 1.34, a lot of changes have been taking place. The first thing what we need to take with Tier 2 was the commercial mission. As Tier 3, I recommend taking education off the curb. Our advisor costs will be reduced by minus 15%. This is pretty good. Combine this later after the religious ideas with innovation and your advisors will be pretty cheap. Another thing that I took a look at was education of the theocrat. It basically gives us additionally one power point or 1 mana point on one of our ruler stats. But I think it's broken for now, so don't pick this one. Tier 4, I strongly recommend for going for expand temple rights. You get plus 33 tax modifiers. I mentioned in the beginning, with 1.34 it became really good. Taxes are actually now an option. With Tier 5, you go for monastic breweries, but only if you have wine and grain. So look around you, if you see any kind of wine or grain province, within the end you get plus 10% goods produced. Tier 6 is actually a super interesting idea, interesting reform, because it allows you to change your government type. I strongly recommend you to go for crowned ruler. With a crowned ruler you become a monarchy, and then you can become an emperor inside of the HRE. So we change from an archbishopric to a kingdom, and this is actually super good, and this is our goal. In the end, when we are Westphalia, we are in kingdom, and we have 4 diplomats, and it's amazing, and this is without diplomatic ideas. So after selecting the ideas and of course the government reforms, the question is what you should do next. The first thing is you should focus on the Rhineland trade node, conquering Kleve, conquering Nassau, and additionally afterwards going for Mainz, Frankfurt, Oberhessen and Niederhessen, and of course Fulda. With all these kind of provinces you will earn a lot of money, and these are basically the main mission for Cologne. You will then switch to Westphalia, and Westphalia will give you more claims. Westphalia will give you claims on the Palatinate, on the Pfalz, and everything here in Baden, Württemberg, Strasbourg and Mühlhausen. And don't forget Switzerland. You need to conquer it too, it belongs to your trade node. So in the end you even have to fight against Austria because they want to have provinces in your trade node too. With conquering and going forward, there's a nice question. Should you stay Catholic or should you switch to Protestant? If you become Westphalia, you should go Protestant. With Protestant, you will beat your neighbors, and the most important thing is you can use the main battle yell in the century, Gott mit uns, and attack everyone around you. Guys, finally we are done. With that, guys, you wield the flaming sword and will rock as Cologne. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel. This is my first video ever, and leave me a comment below. Very important, if I get up to 100 likes, I will continue as Westphalia with proper German pronunciation. If I get up to 1000 likes, I will show you how Hanover made Great Britain German. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon.